Hey everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryan. How you guys doing? This is Car Chronicles. How's everybody feeling? How you doing? I'm back. I'm coming back in. I'm coming back in. You guys be patient with me. Listen, I got a conference that's coming up on July 26th. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I want you guys to make sure that you register for the conference. I went and checked because someone tried to buy a ticket or has been trying to buy tickets. I've had it up since March. They come to find out the link was not working, so I had to go and have the company fix the link so that you guys can purchase the ticket. It's a nominal fee. You're not going to find it. You know, we have 5 people that are speaking. One is me, but 5 professionals that are going to be speaking about the Reconstruction Project, from ruins to my admin is going to put it in there. I'm the one who came up with the title, and I can't recall the end of the title, but it is the Reconstruction Project. It's from ruin to, I want to say reconstruction, but the link will be in there. You'll see it on the flyer. But the Reconstruction Project, and the reason why I named it the Reconstruction Project is because many of you guys have been watching, me and the team that I'm on. I have a lot of peers that I work with, Chelsea with the T on NPD, Apostle Helen Sadler, Karen, Cluster Be Free, Karen, who we all talk about narcissistic abuse. I do come from it from a mental health perspective, and I always make sure I reiterate that everyone is not a narcissist, number one. Number two, there's a difference between narcissistic traits and narcissistic personality disorder. There is a difference between the traits versus the disorder. And if you guys watched me, I did personal invites to specific people. And if you have watched, I am taking training with Sandra Brown, who has come up with a new field of study called pathological love relationships. And she's working very hard, has been studying for over 30 years. She has professionals on her team for over 30 years to reduce pathological harm caused by these individuals. Because pathological meaning there's a disease, a disorder, psychopath, psychopathy meaning a mental disorder or disease. But these individuals, when you're talking about a person that has a disorder or even the traits, but specifically the disorder, these individuals cause trauma in other people's lives. Most people say, it's you're the one that allows that to happen. No, it's not. These individuals are abusive, psychologically manipulative, and there is a result from psychological trauma. And a lot of people have been traumatized inside of these situationships or relationships. Whether it's intimate relationship or family relationships, you have been traumatized by the behaviors and the thought processes of people that have a disorder and are dysfunctional, internally dysfunctional, and mentally dysfunctional, emotionally dysfunctional, people with this personality disorder. And a lot of people have gotten out of it, but now you are dealing with the residual of those relationships. Therefore, I have a conference that is coming up, and we're talking about rebuilding, because I do talk a lot about the disorder. And I do have a masterclass that is coming up shortly where I'm going to introduce you to some of the teachings of Sandra Brown and the Institution of Harm Reduction, relational harm reduction. She does have the Institute, which is an institution she has developed that focuses on the reduction of relational harm. And people are injured in relationships, especially those that deal with narcissists and narcissistic personality disorder. They're very destructive. There's something that I was watching because it's not something I was watching, something that I have taught about before on a different video, where I was talking about even the children that come out of these homes, and even watching them now and how these narcissists interact with their own children or have interacted with their children as they were growing up. A lot of that, and you guys heard of this term, is called emotional incest. I've talked about this before, emotional incest. And a lot of that deals with the fact that the narcissist will take their child and put them at the same level as they are, meaning that the child becomes their confidant. They become their therapist. They become their advisor. And children do not have enough life experience or education to be able to talk to a parent about life decisions and emotion. So they put them in a position where the child becomes responsible for their happiness and their emotional stability. They have inappropriate conversations with them. And I say inappropriate conversations, I mean inappropriate conversations about their personal love life, about their personal, they give them, and the sad part about it is a narcissist can give advice to their child, and it's almost like you have to screen, out the garbage that they're saying. And a lot of times the information that they give them, they don't even apply it to their own lives. Financial advice that they don't even apply to their own lives. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you are a leader, even a leader in your own family, it's not what you say to your kids, is what you say something, but you got to walk it out yourself. You have to be that example for that child. And a narcissist is a poor example of everything that comes out of their mouth. The only good example they're very consistent with their dysfunction. They're very consistent with their dysfunction, their abuse, their psychological drama. Very consistent, and within time, very consistent with time. But yes, a lot of those children, they're going through emotional incest. You put them on the same level, but then you want to let them know that you're the boss, you're the parent, but you've already put them on a level where you made them a confidant. You made them your counselor. You are holding them accountable for making you feel good about yourself. When I say you, I'm talking about those people that are diagnosed or not diagnosed, or we're talking about those in this and high achieving. Perfectionism is rooted in fear. And so a lot of times when I hear people say, I'm just a perfectionist, and they're proud about it, that's not something to be proud about. When there's a trained ear and you say perfectionism, you're telling me that you are afraid to make mistakes. You're telling me that it is rooted, my perfectionism, meaning that it is rooted in fear. I fear failing. I fear of doing things wrong. I fear of being rejected. So I do everything, and I do everything out of fear. I even procrastinate because I don't think, I can do this or I can do it perfectly. But that stems from a lot of, and I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying those that have had narcissists in their family to raise them, from childhood. You deal with low self-esteem, low self-worth. Your perception of relationships is skewed because of the fact that a narcissist is not unconditional love. All their love is conditional. If you do what I want you to do, then I will provide you with what you need, whether it's personal needs, whether it's house, food, needs being met, hugs, attention, affirmations. You have to earn it. So you grow up in life trying to earn people's love and respect. Respect, yes, respect goes both ways. You're not going to disrespect people and assume that they're going to respect you. Respect goes both ways. But the thing is that you live your life trying to earn people's love, trying to earn their affection, because that's what you were taught as a child dealing with a narcissist. And it's conditional love. You have to prove that I can love you. You have to prove yourself to me. So a lot of you are going around life trying to prove your worth. And a lot of times you have people that have, the residuals of these relationships, meaning trauma disorders, or they have the residuals, as survivors or supplies of these narcissists, and you live your life trying to prove that you're worth something. You've got to have the best of there's nothing wrong with having the best of the best if you can afford it, but that fake it till you make it stuff, the narcissist takes that to the extreme. Fake it till you make it, meaning I'm going to do everything that I can to make people believe that I'm something that I'm not, or I have something that I don't. And it doesn't matter who is affected. Everybody is carnage. Everybody is a part of this debris. And most of you come out of it traumatized. And like I said, everybody's not a narcissist. There is a difference between narcissistic traits and narcissistic personality disorder. And I will be doing a masterclass to help you understand, those of you that are in the helping field, coaches, therapists, those that are in the helping field, or some of you that just want to understand, because there's so much information out on social media and some of the information is not correct. As Sandra Brown has said in her training, is that a lot of people, are victims and survivors of this turned expert, and a lot of them have not healed either. And you can tell because a lot of their pain spews out while they're making videos, so it's really hurting people rather than helping people. But I want to offer a masterclass, and this will be a part of my coaching institute, where I will provide that as a niche when I do offer this to people who would like to help people that have come out of these situations. But conference, July 26th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'll put the link down in the bottom so that you can click on it and that you can purchase a ticket. I want to see you there. You got to be there. It's well worth your investment. You guys have a good day and be great.